Hello, everybody. How's it going tonight? How's it going? Hello, my peoples. How y'all doing tonight? How's it going? Thank you all for tuning in. I know I'm coming on late tonight. Yet before I lay down, I said I really would like to just share in the joy of getting some justice for George Floyd family today. Today, I do believe that it is a part of the history, the fight that we are fighting for. Personally, if you ask me, I think all lives matter. Yet, the fact of it all is we understand why we are screaming Black Lives Matter. Okay? Um, Growing up, you are in Texas myself, racism is a big thing. And also having had my interactions with law enforcement, many times they do things to people, a majority, especially Black men, okay? And it goes unnoticed. They don't get punished for it. No one is holding them accountable for it. So today, we want to say it is a part of our history to be recognized, to have a jury understand and not just go along with the closing statement of the opposition. So, do you all think or feel that today is a part of our history as far as Blacks living in America? Hello, Seal. How's it going? Good night, everyone. Good night, Mr. Seal. I know I am on late. I thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing? Hello, my sister Herman. How's it going? Hello, everyone. Hello to you. How's it going? One of the stories that one of my viewers shared with me that I said I would also touch base on is the story of a 7-year-old little girl in Chicago. Here we are fighting for justice as far as from law enforcement, from being mistreated, from being discriminated against. Yet it seems as if while we're fighting the other side, we're also fighting and hurting each other. And really, this story is not even getting recognized as much as it should. It's not making headlines. And it's making it a normal thing for us to hurt each other when it should not be, you all. We have to start being more and more conscious as far as how we behave and how we act to in our community. Because believe it or not, we make our community. We are our community. Okay? We can stand all day and fight against the discrimination that is happening against us, and it's clear that it's happening, right? But how do we treat each other too? As far as while we're in the fight, how are we treating each other? Are we fighting a fair fight? Are we taking into account how we are with each other? 7-year-old was taken to McDonald's by her father. 7-year-old little girl, was taken to McDonald's by her father. Okay, and she was shot outside of there, and that case is still an open case. How sad is that? And not shot just one time, but several times, okay? I do believe today is a historic day for us, okay? Because it shows that even other people, even the whites, they're now seeing and they're now understanding exactly what we have been screaming for. Thank God for body cams. Thank God for that. But as I do this live today for the young Black men and women who continue to watch Life in Haiti and admire the work that I do, I ask that you all make it your business too to change certain things as far as how we are in our community, okay? When we know what we're fighting against, okay, then you know it. You have to know the enemy in order to have a defense. I think it's clear by now we know the enemy. We know what we are fighting against. So then when you know the enemy, then you got to know your weapons, okay? The truth of it all is we got to be careful. And it seems like some people still end up being a victim no matter how careful they are. But today is a day to show the many other law enforcement, many other police officers who are working to protect us, especially all over the US. And living in Haiti, I definitely am praying that those same rules will one day be installed, because you can just say it's Black on Black crimes. It is a crime where people, officers aren't being held accountable. Okay, they constantly put on this uniform, and as soon as they put it on, feel as if they're above the law. Okay, I heard part of the closing argument for the defense, and to say that that did not cause George death, to me that was just delusional. You know, even as an attorney, I know you got to come up with your defense, but that was delusional. No way we could say, had that knee had not been on his neck that day, that young man would not have went home and been alive today. Okay, so one of the main things to say is to just be careful. Doing time in Texas prison, you all, you know, a lot of times, you know what, God allowed things to happen for a reason, right? When Donald Trump became president, so many people was upset about that. But I believe Donald Trump became president to really show us exactly who many of our leaders, people we left our house to actually go out and vote for, were, who they really are. Okay, it showed you that that neighbor you thought was one of the best persons in the world, who he really is. There have been officers working with us every day. Now you kind of have that underlying feeling of who they really are. But when Obama became president, you felt the tension. You felt the mistreatment. You felt the looks. It was like you knew that they were upset. It was the calls coming in through the radio about, you know, killing this, killing that. So I know, and I have experienced firsthand racism with law enforcement. Okay. Now, I will say not all officers are like that. Not all white people are racist. Okay. Because I have friends from all different hues. One of my best friends is Hispanic. So it's not about really the color, it's about character and learning to respect each other as a person, learning to respect each other as a person. So you all, y'all know how my internet is. I said I would rebuke it and I wouldn't ask, but please let me know if you are able to hear me, and definitely if you How's it going, you all? We rebuked this internet. I figured something was going on because it was so quiet on my end. Squilla Valley Da Vinci sending out some tongues. Thank you so much. Fedora says, hello, Marie. Hello, how's it going? Thank you all for joining me tonight live. And as you come in, kindly give this live a like. Give this live a like. Share, leave a comment, you all. Do you really think today is a day that is part of our history? If you are Black, especially foreigner Blacks, okay, you've experienced racism, I think, in many different forms, discrimination. It could be for your accent or whatever it is. And a lot of the times is at the hands of people with authority. I believe today sent out a message. Today definitely sent out a message to let them know this is not accepted. But then again, how do we continue to march towards that change? Because this is just one thing, and we know that the problem will continue. How do we continue towards that legacy? How do we continue to make it known that this day is history and this will not continue to happen? And how do we adjust? Because one of the things is from experience, okay? We had to adjust. You had to come to the realization that the person who you dealt with on a daily is not who you thought he or she was. So how do you adjust? How do you respond to things like that? Hello, sis. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sis. Thank you for joining. Darlene, hey, my sister, how you doing? Says, yes, Marie, you are so right. My prayer meeting just finished. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Smile respectively says, I'm dealing with a racist neighbor. You know, recently I was reading on Facebook, and it was a post about someone that is a friend of mine. And they made a post, and they never actually said exactly who they were talking about or what they were talking about. But the post was basically about them having neighbors that continue to have barbecues and how they sick of this, they sick of that. And in the past, this particular person is an avid Trump supporter, which me personally, who you support, does not offend me or bother me, because each and every one of us is entitled to support whoever we want to support. But it was clear to me that that person was showing me who they are. Because in other words, in every word, it was about she had a Black neighbor and she was bold enough to post it. So I'm praying that today she was bold enough to watch and hear the news to understand that today's day and age, we're not putting up with people who are doing that. You know, so smile respectively. I do understand. I do. And every word she said, it described what a Black person would be doing. That's crazy. Wilson Jean said Donald Trump was able to show the real face of America. Exactly. The real face. WG says, I feel different about this though. I feel more like George Floyd killed himself by not wanting to get in the car. And you know, a lot of the times, that's why I say, WG, how do we adjust? Okay. Because in situations when we know what we're fighting against, how do we adjust to prevent ourselves from being a victim of certain circumstances? Okay. Excuse my internet, you all. How do we adjust? Okay. That means you gotta, a lot of the times, walk differently to protect yourself. And I know a lot of people would say, well, Marie, why should I live different just to appease them? But why not when it can cost you your life? And then what? We got to stand here and everybody got to start a march for you. And yes, we probably can get the march done, but the fact of it all, baby, you will still be gone. You will no longer here. When if you would have made better or different decisions, you could have still been here. So how do we adjust? Because even though today is a part of our history, we know that that didn't just change things overnight. We will still encounter a level of discrimination and racism. How do we adjust? Thank you, WG. I really liked your comment. Thank you. Sister to sister, good evening, Marie. The truth be told, unity and love begins at the place close to your heart. Close to your heart. That's at home, right? That's at home. That's at home. Clean. Gave her in. Didn't get it all. Sister to sister say the many stories of black on black crimes is not committed by white police. We must learn how to love each other. We must learn how to value each other. Facts, okay? As I talk about George Floyd, and before going on live, one of my viewers bringing this to my attention. He says, well, Marie, Floyd made the news. But what about the many other crimes that are horrible crimes which happens in our community that don't make the news, which is committed by us? And it's the truth. 7-year-old girl was killed and her father was seriously injured in a shooting at a McDonald's in Chicago over the weekend. The Chicago Police Department says 29-year-old Jonte Adams and his daughter, Jaslyn, were in a car Sunday afternoon in a McDonald's parking lot in the Harmon Square neighborhood when they were shot. The girl, who has 3 siblings, was shot repeatedly and was taken to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Police say her father was shot in the torso and taken to the same hospital where his condition was listed as serious. The vehicles were riddled with bullet holes, shot from every angle. The local TV station spoke with the family of the victims and a community activist who pleaded with the public to put the guns down. If you have any kids, have you ever taken your kids to McDonald's? Have you took your kids to eat? You pump 6.5 bullet in that baby. That don't make you a man. That don't make you a gangster. Something's wrong with you. And this is the thing. This happens in our community, okay? So we fighting for justice, but let's remind each other that justice does start within the house too, okay? We have to learn today, as we start making history, that we must learn to love each other more. Thank you, sister. We got to learn to appreciate and value each other more. Living in Haiti myself, that is one thing I genuinely believe. If more Haitian people will start having compassion, will start loving each other, I do believe instantly the face of our country would change. Okay? Then when you go more in depth with it, then you start psychologically thinking, was it the years of enslavement of our ancestors that's messed us up? Why is it that Black nations were the main ones who are fighting and hating and killing each other? Why by now do we not sit and stand together? Why by now, even when my sister upset me, can't I make the right decision to overlook that and say, you know what? All right, so today's just not the right day, okay? It's not the right day. We gotta value each other way more, you all. We really need to. You all kindly give this live a like. For some of my peoples who are watching who have yet to subscribe to the channel, kindly, you all, the channel continues to grow. Thank you all so very much for sharing the lives, sharing the videos. I thank you too for the support of the video earlier. You could not have told me today, sitting here with my past, that I would be doing the things that I do in Haiti to make a change in our people's lives. And I can speak on this story not because, how do I say, I can speak from it because of my my past interacting with law enforcement. And I know we must make a decision, you all. We have to be conscious of how we carry ourselves in the things that we do. Come on, yeah. And the way we behave. Sometimes we may not want to follow that direct order, but we have to keep in mind that when these people put on a suit, we thinking of just black, or we thinking of just white officers. It's not just whites. You have black officers too, Hispanics. When they put on that uniform, they are a different person. They definitely are a different person. And you got to keep that in mind. When you deal with them, if it doesn't kill you, just do as you told, because it can cause you your life. When you black, when you in a minority, all the strikes is against you. So we have to adjust, because I guarantee you this is not going to stop. No sooner than later, we will be involved in a whole nother march, because just as we are happy, you have a lot of them too that are mad that for today we got justice. Good to see you too, Miss Lucille. How's it going? Hello, yours truly. How's it going, my brother? And thank you, you all. Please share the live. Share it with others. Each YouTuber that you enjoy their content, let's share their content, you all. That is one of the biggest and best support that you can give to the people that you enjoy watching on YouTube. Wilson says, as sister to sister, black on black crimes is by design. The system facilitates that. If you can have access to some release report about the CIA distributed drugs and guns in poor neighborhoods, I won't argue that. I think that's a international thing. That's a worldwide thing. You see a poor neighborhood, that neighborhood really needs to be worked on and fixed. But you find that is where the guns are issued. That is where some of the worst crimes sits at. And it's on us to make better decisions. It's on us to rebuke that. Today at my age, I can sit on the other side and I can look back and I think on my life and I say, well, Marie, what were you thinking? Why would you even be friends with people like that? For a lot of young people who follow Life in Haiti, I do want you to think about that. Never think of life as just today only, because the decisions that we make today will definitely affect our tomorrow. If we make good decisions, it will affect us tomorrow. If we make bad decisions, it can definitely have consequences that it takes years to pay. Years. You be asking God, how did I get myself into this? Sister to sister said Martin Luther King Jr. would more than likely still be protesting today. Today, if gun violence had not taken him out, Black men and women of America must rise up. To know better is to do better. Maya Angelou. I love that, sister. And definitely he would still be protesting, because it's a continuous fight. It's a continuous fight. It's not a fight that's going to stop today. No, it doesn't. Look at all the other stuff that took place before Floyd. But today, justice will serve. Today, those same rules you apply to other people, will definitely be applied to you. And you will have to live by them too. And one of the things I do know that Officer Derek, he will definitely have to be placed in protective custody. So he would be doing some hard time down there because they're not going to let him be in general population because that will put his life in danger. WG say this whole riot got a little girl in Atlanta killed by people inspired by Black Lives Matter. Her name is Sequoia Turner. She was 8 years old. I will never forgive Black Lives Matter for that period. That's why I say, we have to adjust. And a lot of the times, stuff like that end up happening. We have to find a way to prevent certain things. Certain things can be prevented, you all. Let's find a way to do that. Dog Team Production say justice. Yes, justice was served. Justice was served today. Welcome, Dog Team Production, to the Life in Haiti family. Welcome. Wilson Jean say, for this period of time, seems like you are the only one doing good things for Haiti. We're going to pray that some more people join me because it definitely is a lot that needs to be done. And I myself and a few people that are involved with me, we cannot do it all. The whole objective is to inspire more and more people, Wilson, to jump on the bandwagon. And I promise you, we get a few 25 people that are doing the same thing in different areas in Haiti, we can make a change. We can make a change. I do believe that. We can and we will make a change. But I thank you so much, Wilson, for always being a supporter of Life in Haiti. Thank you. My sister Arlene says, smash the like button, guys. So you all please smash the like button as you come in. Share the live as you come in. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you. Wilson says, Martin Luther King did not die because of gun violence. The CIA killed him, but he still died by a bullet. Either way it went, it was still gun violence. If a gun was involved, Wilson, it was gun violence. However, it was conspired, whoever put it together, because the CIA, they're still human. They put on their pants just like everybody else. They come and they go just like everybody else. They're no different. They're just probably evil people. But the fact is, they are who they are. Sister to Sister says, change is a movement, mind, body, and soul. DMX told a story about when he started to make real money. He continued to rob people. Mind, body, and soul must change. That's right. We must condition that. That's why I say you got to get to really know yourself. I credit a lot of my today for the many years I spent in solitude, the many years that I was able to listen to God's voice. Number one, being still, getting a chance to actually sanitize my spirit and really, really looking at life from a different aspect. Was that really, really what I wanted to do? Was being in trouble what I wanted to do? Who was I? How was I raised? I was asking myself so many questions. And one of the number one things I always ask myself, even to today on the daily, I still ask myself, what is my purpose? Someone asked me to do a Bible study, most likely I always say, number one is, who am I? We can go in the word, and it tells us who we are. But who am I? Those are the things that will bring about change in our lives. That deep change that for most of us who have taken a lost path, that's where you can find yourself. That is exactly where to find yourself. I say get to know the Lord. You can do willpower all day long, but willpower will take you so far. It will only take you so far. Wilson G says they will put him in a special place, well taken care of. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if he will be well taken care of now that I put two and two together with what you said. Hello, Miss Isaac. How's it going? How's it going? I'm not sure if he would be in a special place because incarceration, regardless of where you at, it is incarceration. That's still that level of loneliness. There's still that it is incarceration. And imagine you used to be an officer and now becoming an inmate with a number. To support Life in Haiti via Cash App, Danny, $ Danny 0529. So before I go off live, because I know it's late, I'm doing good, Miss Isaac. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I just want to tell you all, as we celebrate this day, let's adjust. Okay? Do things that we know will save our lives. A lot of the times what we assume and what we know is right, okay, may not just work at that time. Sometimes, even though we know we're given an order that is an order that's out the ordinary, let's do our best to just follow that order for now in hopes that doing so can bless us to see another day. Hey, Philly, thank you so much for coming in. Philly, thank you. Haiti to the world, thank you so much, Philly. I hope all is going well. You know, let's make the best decision, which would save our lives for today. And number one, let's stop hurting each other. Okay, let's stop hurting each other. We have to learn as Black people to live with each other, to love each other, to value each other. Those are things that are very important, especially in our community. Wilson Jean says, your purpose is to help the poor in Haiti, to be able to do more than all the other fake organizations like the UN, ONGs, and so. That is right. And the goal is to continue to grow and have God continue to bless Life in Haiti with the right people in our path so that we can continue to do the work. I cannot wait actually to have some of my viewers join me on some projects. Like this project I have, it would be great to have some of you all step in Haiti. And if Haiti, right now, I know I have one of my viewers definitely that would be more than happy to come out here to Haiti and assist, but because of the security, it's a little bit shaky to where people are pretty afraid to come into Haiti. But I do believe once I have some of you all to come in and actually join, spend a few hours on these sites and actually get to know the people. Wait till you all see the recent upload. It never seems to amaze me on a daily the things that goes on and the things that you find out. And definitely about children, about people. A lot of times we look at somebody, we just looking at them from face value, but you really don't know their story, right? Well, I'm being blessed with the opportunity to get to know some people's stories, some children's stories, and believe it, that the work that we do in Haiti is work that is unforgettable. People will not forget the many of y'all who joined with me at the hip, even though you're not here physically. I have loyal supporters, and I thank you all for that. That make way for these projects to happen. One of the things I wanted to touch base on is I had two of my peoples to reach out to me about the land. We will be we're getting it in writing that what we're doing is good. It's already good, okay, just to make sure, okay, for that peace of mind that they will have a definite home, okay. It is definite. They are able to be there, so that is the good thing. So it's just a small process, but it is definite. One of the things too that we need more material. Today, as I was up there seeing the guys work, they're almost done with the foundation. Yet, um, they would need more sand, and definitely more cement. Working on getting a door. We kind of worked on an agreement for the price of the work. They were asking for 20,000 Haitian, and I said no. We are an organization that assists people, and we're not coming in here to build no mansion. And of course, we know that a lot of these guys, the state that they're in, it is so easy too for them to take advantage. But one of the things that they ran into and found out is that I'm well informed in the area I'm in. One of the reasons that is one area I love. So that's one project too I kind of want to stick to. Those projects are just so very expensive, you all. It's just very, very expensive. And for many of my people, especially foreigners, Haitian people, you know exactly what it's like building in Haiti. It's pretty much you could never really, really, you never get to a point where you can say, I'm good, or you have enough material until the end. But I'm operating on faith. I already know that this project is done, okay? Faith. And one of the things I've been talking about that I want my viewers to remember and to meditate on is Bible. We say Bible a lot, okay? But I'm going to say Bible and use it in a term of basic instructions before leaving earth. Basic instructions before leaving earth. Think on that, you all. Even with everything that's going on, think on that, okay? It's basic instructions. How do we want to live? What type of legacy do we want to leave behind? Money don't leave a legacy, because a lot of the times from what I gather and from what I see is too much money, people kind of lose themselves too. So, but what type of legacy do we want to leave behind? Jeffrey Jackson. Hello, Mr. Jackson. Introspection is a good thing for one who can handle it. Most people cannot. That's why they use noise like the radio. Okay, okay. Introspection is a good thing for one who can handle it. Most people cannot. All right, elaborate on that a little bit more for me, Mr. Jackson. Didn't really get that complete thought. Love is the greatest gift we have. That is very true. Love is the greatest gift that we not only have, but the greatest gift you can give. The greatest gift. That is a gift that creates memories, a gift that continues to give. When you teach one, when you love that one person, it exemplify what love is, and then you find that one person giving love too. We are each other's teachers. Wilson Jean says too many kidnappings now, and they will not be able to make it. Yeah, it's a lot going on in our country, Mr. Wilson. A lot. Good night, Herman. Good night. There are 3 sectors participating in the kidnappings in Haiti. Yours truly, you're chosen for this sacred work. Thank you, my brother. I do believe, God have to choose you for this line of work because it has to be something you have to be patient. You deal with some stuff. But when you love people, you can overlook a lot of their stuff because I always tell myself they just don't know better. They just don't know better. And some people been struggling for so long that hello Mama Nina, how's it going? That's all that they know. Tomorrow doesn't exist in their mind. Everyone is just focused on today. Is Monica father in the picture, Marie? Sis, no. I'm not sure if you remember from the first video when I asked about the father. From what she describes to me, the father and her have broke up. That's how she ended up back up there with her parents. I want to say that she described to me that the father is somewhat a schizophrenic. He's also an alcoholic who definitely was abusive towards her. But he is not in the picture. Her father is not in the picture. It's the grandfather and the step grandmother, her and her kids. And as I get to know them more, the sister also lives up there across from her. But yeah, there's no father. And then she says she doesn't contact him because basically he's not there. And because he's not there, she doesn't really waste time, contacting. I don't know, but no, he's not involved. That's right, Jean. Sister to sister, can you really say what happens when love is not enough? We also walk by faith, not by sight. What happens when love is not enough? You're giving me homework here. I like this kind of stuff. Oh, true. Somebody else can comment on that. If I don't know, I'm not going to even act like I know. I'm just not the person that would ever say love's not enough. Because I don't think I could ever turn somebody away that loves me. That's my personality. Now, love is an action too. It's not just a word. You got to show a person that you genuinely love them. And when a person loves you, doesn't mean they don't make mistakes. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. Love is not perfect, but love definitely is kind. What is that? First or Second Corinthians 13 defines love for us. But yeah, somebody else can elaborate on that. Can you say really what happens when love is not enough? Wilson G says it was really nice seeing them eating, especially the kids. You can see the look on their faces that says a lot. That's true. And one of the things that I want to continue to do is always make sure that they eat. Make sure that they have something to eat. If you all paid attention in the video, as when I came in originally, first thing I always ask is about the little kids. I don't want to cheat because y'all definitely have to watch the upcoming upload. And I asked had she ate, and she was sent to school without any food. Well, instantly with what little that I felt I took up, I was saying, well, save this, save that, save that. And I know I got a comment about it being canned food, but one of the things I want y'all to keep in mind as y'all see me giving out anything, all of the stuff that Life in Haiti gives out are donated. I have loyal, good people that spend time going about to churches, taking time off work, that actually goes and find the foods that we get. And if you see me giving out canned foods or something like that, it's not just what we promote. What we promote is healthy kids. We want children to eat. We want them to grow. We want them to have a somewhat normal life, okay? So it definitely means a lot to feed them. I ended up giving her the peaches, because she had mango, which was waiting, and the mango was given away too. I don't know, this is another session, but a lot of the time, a woman can be you can have a kid, but definitely a lot of women have to learn to be a mother. To be a mother, okay? If you're gonna, if you're there physically, learning to be a mother. And I believe that is a session. I'm praying for one day that Life in Haiti continues to grow, where we can actually have mothering classes. I remember when I was pregnant with my oldest, they had these type of classes available to talk to especially young mothers about how to be a mother. And I found myself actually having that same problem too, personally. But definitely it's awesome to see them eating, and I just want to thank you all. Thank you, Mama Nina. Once again, she is one of them that have made a lot of projects possible for Life in Haiti. So I just want to thank each and every one of y'all. So don't get discouraged. For my peoples that are planning on sending out food, all children clothes are welcome. Definitely children's shoes are welcome. I want to ask you all to please consider not sending too much canned goods to Haiti, okay? Not sending too much canned goods. It's just not really a part of our culture. Now, for the mass amount of people that don't have, they will eat it. But then they're like, because it's something that, for the most part, they're not used to. Dry foods such as rice, even grits, yellow grits, ki son jan nou rele bagay may moulin, bagay kon sa, pra, tout bagay sa yo, bon bagay. Le nap voye Haiti, diri, poa, l'huile, let, bezon pi let. I need milk. So some of my peoples, for the children, because I see even babies, they're not getting milk, okay? And those are things that we really, really need, especially up there in that community, to make it, to continue to make that difference. It's about, if we can change one person's life, then we've done the work. We've done the work. Mr. Jackson says, well, Maria, you said that you did introspection when you were in segregation. Lots of people live so bad that they don't want to be reminded of themselves. It's too much hurt to deal with. Now I understand that, Mr. Jackson, and that's very true too. Knowing your story, Mr. Jackson, and of course, I was in there with many women that couldn't live with themselves, who constantly had nightmares, and so I know exactly what you're saying, and I can only imagine too, possibly men Yoli Brooks, it says, good to see you, Marie. I believe her because you didn't finish that thought, Miss Yoli. Marie June says, hey, Marie in Philly. Hello, Marie June. How's it going? How's it going, my sister? Sister to sister says, I'm sure Monica's father will magically reappear when he finds out they don't sleep outside. Well, we can do a lot of things, but controlling people's personal affairs is one that I'm totally out of. So I wouldn't say it will, or I wouldn't say it wouldn't, because I honestly wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because, I definitely will always keep going back and forth, going to visit them. That is one story that I would not let go of. Yet I wouldn't be able to tell you all what's going on a daily. That definitely. Arlene says true love, real love is always enough. We're the same type of people, sis. But I've heard people say love is not enough. You think that love is all it takes? Some people feel different. King Yancey says, just tuned in to say hello and good night. My sister, you all enjoy. Thank you, King Yancey. Thank you for stopping by and joining. Brilliant says, God bless you. God bless you too. Arlene says, wow, someone commented on food. Yeah, I do read all of the comments. I enjoy reading them and I enjoy interacting with you all. And will you start a GoFundMe to purchase food? Brilliant, great question. I would like to. However, I am one that stays grounded, and I know that my peoples have a lot of personal affairs that they have to take care of. So I cannot put too much on you all. So I do one thing at a time. Speaking of food purchase, today we received a donation for food to be given out. And I just want to thank that family so much. And that was specifically for food, for the food need. So if you or anyone else would like to donate for food, please send me a direct message. Let me know. Like that family did, Marie, that's a good project you're doing. But I would like to see some people fed. I like to see when you give food, because food is very essential. It's important. But as of right now, no, that is not a part of my plan to do a GoFundMe strictly for food. My doors are always open, though, for anyone who wants to send out food to Life in Haiti for the people of Haiti. Anytime, just let me know. Wilson, I see by their expression it's the first time they see someone really care about them. That is true. It's like they don't understand me. And in a way, it's pretty much like they think I'm going to run out and leave them. I think they're going to run out on me before I run out on them. That's right. If I was going to run out, I can tell you I have good mentors that I basically follow everything that they tell me to do. And even some of you all who are watching knows about my mentors. And I went against all odds to make sure that we move forward with this project. Because number one is to see a difference made in the life of baby Monica, and also her siblings too. I do believe that every child deserves a chance to live. Every child. Miss Isaac says, when love is not enough, you just don't give up. Lean on God for strength. That's right. Yoli says, hi, Marie. Good to see you. Good to see you, too. Good to see you, Miss Yoli. Always good to see you. Sister to sister say, I watched today's upload and was somewhat disappointed. the one little boy in the video didn't have clothes on. Try not to show below the waist, especially with kids. I definitely will bring that up to my cameraman. And thank you so much for that. You all make me better too, so never, I'm always open, especially to anything that makes me better. So thank you so much, sister. I will fix that. Yours truly says preach. Wilson says people can buy them and send them to Haiti, especially if you live in Miami. That's right. Miami is one of the easiest ways to get stuff to Haiti. Yours truly says they get addicted and then you see the waistline expansion. So no canned food, no canned food. That's true. Sister to Sister says, Marie, please put up a food list on the story so that people will know what to try to get to Haiti. I will. I will do that as of tomorrow on the upcoming upload. But all dry foods, beans, rice. You can send me a container of beans, rice, and oil to Haiti. That is, I mean, that's one of the biggest things. Now, I myself don't really like rice that much, and I don't think it's the healthiest option, but our peoples, they love rice. You know, and then they have all the other little extra stuff, the greens, the cabbage. They don't really need meat to make a meal as long as they have that. But I will do that. Yours truly, make them plant, lobby the government to bring irrigation to their garden or help them with that. You all, we would not focus on any government, definitely not in Haiti, okay? You know that yours truly, we are movers and shakers ourselves. We're not going to sit back and wait on them because obviously it is clear that they have their own problems and their own worries, and we are not one of them. And I'm not for anybody or against Mbapumon, Mbapapumon, Mbapalan aucun moun mal, Jisabdu, tout moun ap regle affaire pa yo, nou pap tan gouvernement, nou pap tan, kompren, sa nou fe a, li ta bel vwe si yo ta vini di, ebe nap met men avon, nou e so ap fe, men sa nan fe, men sa nan pe do fe, li ta bel oui, men nou pap chita jis di se sel sa nap tan. So it would be good, to have, government or department bring their hands in and say, you know what, we're going to support this, we're going to do that. But definitely, we're not going to sit and wait on them. Spaghetti, milk, that's right. Those are dry foods. Macaronis, those are dry foods. Brilliant said oatmeal. Oatmeal for kids in the morning. I noticed one of the reasons why I know this is because I'm all about getting children put in school. And many kids, they are not really learning properly. Baby. They're not learning properly. Why? Because they're going to school hungry. Y'all see my man. Don't do it, Nookie. Say hello, Nook. Say hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm going to see who my mama talking to. Oh, yes, he is a big boy. This is my baby, okay? Hope loves me, but none of the dogs love me as much as Nookie does. Smelling me. I love my dog, y'all. I am a dog lover. So if you don't like dogs, you may not like me because I love them. Wilson says, sister, would you be able to send them to Haiti by containers? Where do we send the food? Please get in contact with me directly. For my own safety, there are certain things that I'm not going to put up to everybody. But please get in contact with me. Brilliant, and we'll be able to discuss that further. Wilson Jean says, sister to sister, would you be able to send them food by containers? Marie, I haven't seen Mr. Cannon in a while. Is he okay? Mr. Cannon. Who is that? Sister to sister, Mr. Cannon. Who is that? Yoli says, because of the situation of the country, a lot of people are sick mentally and physically. That's very true. Too blessed to be stressed. Love that name. How long you been living in Haiti, sweetheart? I have been living in Haiti since January 9th. No, since since June the 4th of 2019. That was my first day in Haiti, June the 4th of 2019. And I have been doing the work that I do in Haiti way before YouTube. But I want to say this month made it a year that I've been a YouTuber. A year. So I just want to thank you all too. Thank you all so much. So when I'm thinking about 2 months, I will be celebrating my second year in Haiti. And I thank God because just as I said, you could not have told me years ago that God would have used me to do the things that we've been able to do through life in Haiti. It's just how awesome God is. Yeah, I gotta have faith. Hebrews 11:1. Cast all your cares and all your worries unto him. And know that he has a plan for your life. I knew he had a plan for me. I didn't know exactly what that plan was. But when I think back on my life, I gotta say thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I didn't like all of my experiences, but definitely it made me a better person, a better woman. Thank you. Sister to sister says, I also noticed that a lot of the kids in Haiti are on a small size. So I think the clothes need to be a smaller size. I haven't seen a kid wearing extra large yet. Everything needs to be smaller in Haiti. You have a lot of women, they're in shape, okay? They're not as big as majority of women, even in the States. When we get women's clothes, we get men's clothes. One time I got men's clothes. I didn't even have time to make videos because I had to literally like run up on people and be like, you know, because you just find them sparingly. Kids, you all, not all kids. Because I don't never want to promote. But you have great families out here in Haiti. You have families who are living well in Haiti. But when we go out into the mass, let's be real. You got a good 50% of children that are living in Haiti. They are malnourished. They're underweight. And they are much smaller. I got a ton of clothes, Miss Tarifa Cowwood sent out. And These were clothes that belonged to little children, we would say between the age of 5 and 11, 12. They were huge for the children here. It was like a 5-year-old in the States clothes. I was giving it to a 10, 11-year-old here. And definitely certain 11-year-old clothes here a young adult could fit. So they're pretty small in Haiti. They're pretty small. Forgotten King, hello Marie. How's your night going? Is blessed. My night is going blessed. Thank you, Forgotten King. How's it going, my brother? How you doing? Mr. Clinton Cannon, the Cannon family. Oh, I haven't heard from them either. I will contact the Cannon. I will. Thank you, sister. See, some of you all, y'all pay more attention to the screen than I do. That's true. But yes, I haven't seen the Cannon, and I will send a text to them and check on them. Thank you that you all actually kind of like build a family too within the live. You get to know the people who are there. And a lot of my peoples I know that I talk to more regularly, and they're not on live. They work more. I know even Miss Nadine, they're working more, have multiple jobs trying to get the bills paid, so we don't get to see them. But I love you all, and I know that y'all love me, and that's what matters. But yes, I will. Thank you, sister. I will be sure to check on the Cannon. Yoli says, yes, Wilson, stress can give you all kind of disease. Whew, tell me about it. Hello, my little viewer, Nadine. How's it going? I'm glad you can too. Woo, woo. 2 years in Haiti. That's awesome. Yes, God is awesome. Always will be. God bless you for the good heart. Thank you. Too blessed to be stressed. Thank you. You know, we each have to take the initiative to be a part of the change, to be a part of making a difference, to be a part of seeing this country stand at its tallest, like it once was, and thriving and get better. I am 100% Haitian, so I could never give up on Haiti. And I do believe that's why my heart definitely goes out even more and more to our people. And I will continue to do the work that I do until I can't do it anymore. And I pray that life in Haiti will continue. Even when I'm gone, that life in Haiti will continue. Wilson Jean says, yeah, Yoli, do your best to avoid living a stressful life. That will protect you against all types of disease like diabetes, hypertension, and so. Very true. So you all to continue to support the project, okay? Whether if it's $5, whatever it is, please you all check out the GoFundMe. Check out the GoFundMe. We can still buy material. I've yet to get to the latrine. We're paying the bosses. We're getting there gradually, little by little, slowly but surely. One of the reasons why I don't do live is because I have no internet up there. Last live I did not take it down, but if you check it out, the internet was bad. You could hear me, yet the image, you could not really see what I was showing. So I decided I would do premieres, do uploads to keep you all updated on the progress. So everything's coming good. As of tomorrow, the bosses will not be working because we need to get more and more rocks, okay? The rocks is a big major job on the bosses. Just look out for the upcoming upload. And you get to like see some of the things that I'm telling you about. You are a blessing for so many people. May Jehovah continue to bless your ministry. Thank you, Miss Yoli. Thank you. And may Jehovah continue to bless many of you all to continue to be a blessing to others. Sister to sister, you should consider us the eyes and ears of Life in Haiti. Oh, I know y'all are. Yoli says, Wilson, I used to worry for everything, but now I give all my burdens to God. What is it? 1 Peter 5:7. And that is the word. Cast all your worries, your cares unto him, for he cares for you. Check out 1 Peter. Y'all see my desk? Man, my desk, all I got is the word up here, okay? That's what keeps me sane. And that's just for real. Just to show you all a little bit of what my desk look like on my daily devotionals. So I don't just talk it. Genuinely, it is my life. That's where I'm able, when people say, well, how do you survive? How do you, I give it to God. You know, when I deal with personal things, I give it to God. I don't take it out on people. I don't take it out on Haiti, because Haiti didn't do it to me. The people of Haiti didn't do it to me. And no matter what, you know, life goes on. We need to continue to keep pushing and never give up. And I pray that for most of my followers, I encourage and inspire you all to do the same thing. No matter what life throws at you, you keep pushing. You don't give up. You start being a woman that when you put your foot on the floor, the devil get mad at. Damn! She up again this morning. God damn! That's it. You keep pushing and you keep fighting. You be that young man that keep fighting, that keep pushing. No matter what comes my way, I guarantee you, I'm still here. It made me better. And I pray that I inspire each and every one of you all to do that. I inspire you all to get involved in your community. As we speak today making today a part of our history. Let's start by being a part of our community. Let's start by loving each other more, by valuing each other, by embracing each other, by a lot of the things which was said in this live, right? Showing love. Love may not be all, but love is a lot. Respect is a lot. Sometimes you gotta be your brother's keeper. You gotta be your sister's keeper. In certain situations, whether that person's in uniform or not, sometimes you just have to be the bigger person. You just have to be the bigger person. Let it go. You know, and I am practicing that myself as we speak, being the bigger person, letting things go. Sister to sister, we need to hear and interact with you via your lives. Well, tonight is pretty late, but tomorrow I will do that. I will, where you all can interact with me. A few times I've done that, and all of y'all are shy. You know, my audience, y'all are conservative, which is a good thing. You know, I was watching Ace Live, and he was saying some people want to do interviews with him, but then when you look at the content which they do, he's like, okay, well, my audience is this type of audience, and it's very true. You know, each YouTuber has a certain type of audience, but I love you all just as y'all are. But I will do an open call upcoming, and you all can call in and interact. Let your burdens down. Narrowview says, hey, good night to you, Marie. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Good night to you too. Please give this video a like. Give this live a like. Y'all, to support this movement, kindly check out this link for baby Monica. We are still working on this project. Will be for, I believe, definitely all the way until the middle of May, if not to the end. You know, we don't know what time brings, but we'll be working on it. It's getting late. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for joining me. Today is a good day. Today was a day of justice. And I definitely thank God for the family of George Floyd. You know, I'm sure that meant a lot to them to get some justice for their son, their brother, period. That is not accepted. We're not going to continue to accept that in 221. That could have been my brother. That could have been my uncle. Could have been anybody. And I hope this was a message to the many officers, men and women who are paid to protect the community. On how this is a lesson, and it's a good message too on how they should behave. But remember, you all, when they put on this uniform, they get to acting different. Okay, so just respect that, and you adjust and watch yourself, because your life means so much more. Okay, so much more. Let's not continue to lose people for us to decide we have to make a difference. We know who we fighting against, so by now we ought to know how to fight it. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. I love this song. Lay your burdens down. Thank you, sis. That's right. Just understand, if people are looking for naked booty shakers, this is not the channel. Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Wow, that's true, sister. Definitely not. Well, I thank you all so much. Please like, share, subscribe to Life in Haiti. God bless each and every one of you all. Y'all have a good night. Just wanted to spend some time with you all tonight. My work is not done yet. I'm going to do some editing. God bless you all. As always, be kind to one another, you all. Definitely tell somebody you love them. Give somebody a hug. It could be your husband, it could be your son, it could be your daughter, or like me, it could be your dogs. There's nothing wrong with that. Telling your dogs is generally men's best friend. They're my number one protectors, number one security. I guarantee you, with Nook and Hope, nobody messes with me, okay? They worse than a gun. You'd rather a gun probably than them two after you. So tell somebody you love them. You all have a peaceful night. You too, sis. God bless you all. Till next time, stay blessed. Y'all have a blessed night.